why I flinch from the touch of my own wife's hand. I carry a weight I've carried it long. It is not a beast from a distant land. It is my brother. We were trapped in a crevasse deep in the blue ice. The storm howling above like a mad god's wrath. The walls groan around us, a shifting device of sudden death. There was only one path, a narrow ledge too weak for two men's way. We both knew it, we did not speak the truth. We drew the short straws from a frozen fate, made from a shred of ice, clenched in the tooth of that screaming wind. The light fell to him, he was younger, his eyes were wide and bright. The light in them was not fear, but a grim and terrible love in that endless night. He should have fought, that was the way. A clean and a sacrifice for the clan. But as he stepped onto that ledge of gray and brittle ice, his foot found a span of solid rock beneath the snow's deceit. He did not fall, he stood frozen in place, alive, and I was trapped in that defeat of mercy. I saw the shame upon his face. I climbed, I had to my own strength returned. I passed him on the ledge, our eyes did not meet. I felt the ice beneath my feet and burned with a shame so hard it could not admit defeat. I climbed to the surface, to the raging clean air. I left him there, not dead, not alive, just waiting, bearing a burden of care that was never meant to survive. I returned with the rope when the storm had passed. The crevice was there, the ledge was bare. He was gone, but the burden it lasts. It sits on my back, this invisible care. This ghost of a life that was not given, this debt that was not paid. So when my wife touches me, I feel his hand. When my son laughs, I hear the laugh he never had. I do not mourn a dead man, I carry a living one who never got the chance to be a sacrifice. I bear the weight of his breath, his unfinished son, his stolen chance to be brave, to pay the price. This is my curse, not a ghost, not a beast, but the echo of a life that did not end. A man I loved, whose worth was never released, whose death was stolen, and whose life I cannot mend. So let me sit in silence, for in the feast, in the fire,